Hi students, good morning. So we are seeing our sixth prose, the last lesson. Okay, so what we have seen in the last video, so we have seen that Mr. Hamel is the school teacher. The order has came from Berlin to teach only German in the schools from the next day. Okay, so here Francis, as usual, he is late to the class on that day, so he was afraid that he will be punished by his teacher. But nothing like that happened. The school atmosphere was entirely different on that day. So usually the school will be, classroom will be very noisy, children will be running here and there. But on that day what happened? So everyone is sitting very quiet, and mayor, the postman, okay, so Hazar, old Hazar with his primer, so everyone is sitting in the village people, farmer, postmaster, everyone is sitting in the back benches of the classroom, and his master Mr. Hamel is wearing his traditional dress, okay, and he looks very calm and quiet, and he was not giving any punishment for his late coming to the school. Okay, so after Francis entering inside the classroom, what his master is telling, so this is the last French class. The order had came from Berlin to teach only Germans in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. Okay, so by hearing these words, Francis having a thought that he'll be missing his master and the classroom from the next day. Okay, so this is what we have seen in the last class. Now let us continue. Okay, so we have to start from here. So poor man, it was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes, and now I understood why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room. So who is addressed as poor man? The master Mr. Hamel, M. Hamel. Okay, so Francis saying that it was in honor of this last lesson. Okay, as the day is the last day of taking France in the school, French in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. So it was only for that purpose he had worn his traditional dress, which he will be wearing only during the inspection days and for the prize distribution days. And now I understood why the old men of the village were sitting there in the back of the room, that is classroom. And now Franz had understood that why the people, that is the old men, all the old men from the village were sitting in the back benches of the classroom. So what is the reason is, it was because they were sorry too that they had not gone to school more. It was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful service and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. Okay, so why all the people, old men of the village had gathered in the school is, it was their way of thanking. அதுதான் அவங்களோட way of thanking. எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா, for Mr. Hamel's 40 years of faithful service in the school. So 40 years அவர் இந்த ஸ்கூலில் ஒர்க் பண்ணதுக்கு அதுதான் அவருக்கு காட்டுற மரியாதை. So that's why all the old men from the village had gathered and they were sitting in the back benches of the classroom, because it was their way of showing their respect and of showing their respect for the country that was theirs no more. Okay, so hereafter it is the language is going to change there, because the German people are going to undertake everything. So as it was the last class, it was the way of thanking for the master who had done his service faithfully for the 40 years. Okay, now only Francis understanding all these things. While I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. So when France was realizing all these things, so இதெல்லாம் France நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கும்போது, so he is hearing his name called. Okay, அவரோட நேமை யாரோ கூப்பிடுறாங்க. So it was my turn to resign. So what is the actual homework on that day? They have to say the rules of the participle. So it was my turn to reside. So it was the turn of France to reside the rules of participles. What would I not have given to be able to say the dreadful rule for the participle all through very loud and clear and without one mistake? So, what would I not have given to be able to say the dreadful rule? So, dreadful means here fearful, because so it was the toughest thing for Franz. So, but now he has to recite it very loud and clear and without even a single mistake. So, he is thinking how it will be possible for me. But I got mixed up on the first words and stood there holding on to my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. So, when he is beginning to say, okay, so he got mixed up, that is, he got confused in the beginning itself, and he was standing there holding the desk. How he was standing is by holding the desk. So his heart is beating, his heartbeat is fast because he had forgotten, he was confused and not daring to look up. Not daring to look up means he was not courageous to look at his master's face. நமக்கே ஏதாவது டீச்சர்ஸ் கேட்கும்போது சொல்ல மறந்து போயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன பண்ணுவோம், நம்மளோட டீச்சர்ஸோட ஃபேஸை பார்க்க பயமாக இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ லைக் தட் ஹி வாஸ் நாட் ஹேவிங் எனி courage to look at the teacher's face. I heard M. Hamel say to me, I won't scold you, little Franz. You must feel bad enough. Okay, so but surprisingly what happened is Mr. Hamel is telling to him, to whom Mr. Hamel is telling to Franz that I won't scold you. Okay, so I am not going to scold you, Franz. You must feel bad enough. See, நீயே என்ன பண்ணணும், you have to realize it yourself, because see how it is. Every day we have said to ourselves, bah, I have plenty of time. Okay, so every day we will be thinking that we are having lots of time to read. I will learn it tomorrow. So we will be postponing our reading. So there are still lot more time to read. We can read it tomorrow. So like that we will be postponing our time. And now you see where we have come out. இப்போ பாரு நம்ம எங்க வந்து நிக்கிறோம்னு பாரு. That's the great trouble with Alsace. She puts off learning till tomorrow. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen and you can yet you can neither speak nor write your own language. Okay, so now you see where we have come out. இப்போ பாரு நம்ம எந்த நிலைமையில நிக்கிறோம் இப்போ பாரு. That's the great trouble with Alsace. She puts off learning till tomorrow. Okay, so that is from tomorrow we are going to learn, you are going to learn only German. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you. So who are those fellows outside? That is the German people. So what they will be telling, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen and yet you can neither speak nor write your own language. So what they will be telling, you are looking like Frenchman, you are pretending, you are acting like a Frenchman, but இனிமே என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, நீங்கள் ஃப்ரெஞ்சில் பேசவோ எழுதவோ முடியாது. But you are not the worst. Poor little Franz, we have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. Okay, so his master is telling, you are not too worst, little Franz. We all have a great deal to. So his master is telling to Franz, உன்னால் பார்ட்டிசிபிள்ஸோட ரூல்ஸ் ஃப்ரெஞ்சில் சொல்ல முடியல அப்படின்னு you don't worry, because you are not the worst. Okay, நீ மட்டும் worst கிடையாது. You are not, it is not a mistake of yourself alone. We have all a great deal to reproach ourselves with. Reproach means, what is that? Blaming ourselves or blaming someone for the mistakes. Okay, blaming someone or ourselves for the mistakes which we have committed. So நம்ம எல்லாருமே இதுக்கு responsible. Because ஏன் அப்படி சொல்றாரு ஹேமல் அப்படின்னா, your parents were not anxious enough to have you learn. Okay, so your parents were not very much interested in your studies, in your learning. They preferred to put you to work on a farm or at the mills. Okay, so as to have a little more money. So what is your parents' preferences? அவங்க என்ன நினைச்சாங்கன்னா, they want you to work in a farm. Farm means in an agricultural farm or at the mills, so that you have little more money, so that you can earn money and add to your family income. And நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்படின்னா I have been to blame also. So என்னையுமே blame பண்ணணும். Because have I not often sent you to water my plants instead of learning your lessons? Okay. So what his master Hamal is telling is, have I not often sent you to water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? நானும் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன் அடிக்கடி I have sent you to water my plants instead of learning the lessons. And when I wanted to go fishing, did I not just give you a holiday? Okay, so whenever I wanted to go for fishing, who? Master. So whenever I wanted to go out for fishing, உங்களுக்குலாம் நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், I have given you a holiday. So நீ மட்டும் ஃபீல் பண்ணாத பார்ட்டிசிபிள்ஸோட ரூல்ஸை சொல்ல முடியல, ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸை லேர்ன் பண்ண முடியலன்னு. பிகாஸ் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஹேட் கமிட்டட் மிஸ்டேக்ஸ். யுவர் பேரண்ட்ஸ் ஹேட் கமிட்டட் மிஸ்டேக்ஸ் பிகாஸ் தே were நாட் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டட் இன் யுவர் ஸ்டடீஸ். தே வாண்ட் யூ டு earn more to add to their income. And myself, நானும் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், I have sent you to water my plants during the class hours. And also whenever I wanted to go for fishing, I have given you a holiday. Then from one thing to another, M. Hamel went on to talk of the French language, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical, that we must guard it among us and never forget it, because when a people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Okay, then from one thing to another, Mr. Hamel is keeping on talking. So now M. Hamel went on to talk of the French language. Now he is talking about the French language, saying that it was the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical. Okay, so it is one of the clearest and most logical and beautiful language in the world, that we must guard it among us and never forget it. So என்ன பண்ணணும் நம்ம, we have to guard the language, that is we have to, how does that, we have to protect our language and we should never forget our own language. Because when the people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. Okay, so here what is the meaning is, so when people are enslaved, okay, slavery na enna, adimai appdi solluvom illaya. So when people are enslaved, எப்போ people எல்லாம் மற்றவங்க வந்து அடிமைப்படுத்துகிறாங்களோ, at that time what we have to do is, we have to hold our language, we have to guard our language as much as we can. ஓகே, ஸோ அது எப்படி அப்படின்னா, நம்மளோட லாங்குவேஜ் என்ன பண்ணணும், நம்மளால் எவ்வளோ முடியுமோ அவ்வளோ ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ அது எப்படி அப்படின்னா, இட் இஸ் லைக் ஹேவிங் த கீ டு அவர் ஓன் ப்ரிசன். ஸோ நம்மளை ப்ரிசனில் போட்டுட்டு கீயும் நம்மக்கிட்ட கொடுத்துட்டா எப்படி நம்ம ஈஸியாக வெளியில் வந்துட முடியுமோ, லைக் தட் when people are enslaved, they have to protect their language as much as they can. It is like having the key to their prison. Then, so after telling this, he opened a grammar and read us our lessons. He is opening a grammar book and he is starting to read the lesson. I was amazed to see how well I understood it. So Franz was very much surprised to see that he had understood the lessons very clearly. All he said seemed so easy, I think too, that I had never listened so carefully, and that he had never explained everything with so much patience. Okay, so all he said seemed very, very easy. I had never listened so carefully. So அந்த மாதிரி எப்போவுமே Franz had not listened to the lesson very carefully, and that he had never explained everything with so much patience. Okay, patience means here calm, amaidya. Okay, with patience. So that he had, and also our master had never explained the lessons with that much patience. I understood it very, very clearly and carefully. It seemed almost as if the poor man wanted to give us all he knew before going away, and to put it all into our heads at one stroke. Okay. So how it seemed that the poor, that is who is referred to as the poor man அப்படின்னா they are referring their master. He is not actually poor. So அவர் ஒரு missing feel இருக்கு இல்லையா அவருக்கு, that's why they are calling him as poor man. So it seemed almost as if the poor man wanted to give us all he knew before going away. So his master wanted to teach everything he knows before he is getting out of the school, and to put it all into our heads at one stroke. So எல்லாத்தையும் கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் அவர் டீச் பண்ணி எல்லாத்தையும் he wants to make the children to learn. After the grammar, we had a lesson in writing. So after the grammar lesson is over, they are starting a lesson in writing. That day M. Hamel had new copies for us there. So master is giving new books for us, written in a beautiful round hand, France, Alsace, France, Alsace. So how it was written as it was written in France and Alsace and France, Alsace. And the madri and the language la it was written. They looked like little flags floating everywhere in the class schoolroom, hung from the rod at the top of her desk. So how it looked like little flags. In the handwriting la எழுதி little flags la அங்கங்க தொங்க விட்டிருக்க மாதிரி it looked very beautiful. You ought to have seen how everyone set to work and how quiet it was. So everyone had done their work very quietly and perfectly. The only sound was the scratching of the pens over the paper. So what is the only sound heard in the classroom is scratching of the pens over the paper. That is, while writing there will be a scratching sound heard, right? So when the classroom is very quiet, we can realize that sound illaya. So that was the only sound heard inside. Once some beetles flew in, but nobody paid any attention to them, not even the littlest ones, who worked right on tracing their fishing hooks as if that was French too. Okay, so once what happened, some beetles means what is that, small insects, vandன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா. So some insects flew inside. So usually என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க children, if some insects are flying inside, they'll be making some noise. It might be happy noise or fearful noise. Okay, but that day no one had paid any attention. Even the little children had not paid any attention, who worked right on tracing their fish hooks. Okay, so what they were doing is they were setting right their fish hooks. So school முடிச்சிட்டு போகிற வழியில் மீன் பிடிக்க போகலாம் அப்படின்ட்டு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, they are trying to set it right. On the roof the pigeons cooed very low. Cooed means here making sound. Pigeons will be cooing இல்லையா. So on the roof the pigeons cooed very low. That is, they had made very low noise. And I thought to myself, and Francis thinking himself, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? Okay, so Francis thinking himself, will they even make the pigeons to sing in German? So pigeons கூட அவங்க ஜெர்மன்லேயே பாட வச்சுருவாங்களா அப்படின்னு அவர் நினைக்கிறாரு. Who? France, little France. Whenever I looked up from my writing, I saw M. Hamel sitting motionless in his chair and gazing first at one thing, then at another, as if he wanted to fix in his mind just how everything looked in that little schoolroom. So whenever I looked up from my writing, so whenever he is looking in between his writing, so he is looking his master sitting motionless. Motionless means without any movement in his chair, gazing first at one thing. So gazing means looking. So there is difference between gazing and looking. So look na just looking. So gazing na அப்படி வெறிச்சு பார்க்குறது. Okay. First gazing at one thing, then at another. So first he is looking at one thing, then he is looking at some other thing, as if he wanted to fix in his mind just how everything looked in that little school room. Okay, so and the room la irukka and the school oda and the classroom environment, he wants to keep it in his mind. அப்படியே photo எடுத்து வச்ச மாதிரி he wants to keep it in his mind. So fancy, for 40 years he had been there in the same place with his garden outside the window and his class in front of him, just like that. So for the past 40 years he was in that same school, in that same place, so in the same classroom. So outside there is a garden and the class is in front of him. So like that. So like this he was living in that school for the 40 years. Only the desks and benches had been worn smooth. So what is the only changes? The desks and the benches had been worn smooth. Worn smooth அப்படினா தேஞ்சு போயிடுறது. Okay. The walnut trees in the garden were taller. So in the 40 years what are all the changes is the desks and the benches had become smooth. The walnut trees in the garden had grown very tall, and the hop vine that he had planted himself twined about the windows to the roof. So hop vine means what is that? Hop means it will be climbing. So creepers will climb. So like that the hop vine plant that he had planted himself twined about the windows to the roof. So the windows அப்படியே சுத்தி it had reached the roof. How it must have broken his heart to leave it all, poor man, to hear his sister moving about in the room above, packing their trunks. So now definitely it will be very difficult for his master to leave all these things, and also he is hearing a sound. What is that? Is his sister is packing all the luggages in the room above. So மேல இருக்க roomல his sister is packing all these things. So 40 years ஒரு பிளேஸில் இருந்துட்டு it will be very very difficult to leave that place இல்லையா. So for they must leave the country next day, because they have to leave the country on the next day. Because from the next day they are going to teach only German, so no need of a French teacher in the school. But he had the courage to hear every lesson to the very last. Okay, but so his master had the courage to teach every lesson till the last. After the writing, we had a lesson in history. Okay, so after they are having the writing, next they are his master is teaching a lesson in history. And then the babies chanted their babi, bobu. Okay, so the babies are chanting that. Chanting means chant என்னது இந்த மந்திரத்தை ரிப்பீட்டடாக சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, that we call as chanting. So like that the babies are reciting something. Down there at the back of the room, old Hazer had put on his spectacles and holding his primer in both hands spelled the letters with them. Okay, so this might be French letters, I think. So down there at the back of the room, so in the back of the room, so this old Hazer is having a book in his hand that we had seen already, Leah. So he is having an alphabet book in his hand, and they are telling the spelling. He is telling the spelling along with the children. You could see that he too was crying. His voice trembled with emotion, and it was so funny to hear him that we all wanted to laugh and cry. So Hazer is also, his voice is also trembling. Trembled means shivering. Okay, shivering with emotion. So why means because from the next day they are going to learn only German. There is no need of French in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. So it was so funny. அது பார்க்கறதுக்கு அவர் அழுகுறத பார்க்கறதுக்கு it was so funny for all the children there. Okay, so they neither wanted to laugh, அழுகிறதா சிரிக்கிறதானே தெரியல. It was so funny for all the children. How well I remember it, that last lesson. So Franz can remember that last day of the school very well. How well I remember it, that last lesson. All at once the church clock struck 12. So what happened now? The church clock is striking 12. That is, the time is 12 o'clock. Then the Angelus. So what is mean by Angelus is, see in the back of your book it is given. It is a Roman Catholic devotion commemorating the incarnation of Jesus and including the Hail Mary said at morning, noon and sunset. So it means, so the Angelus means it is the prayers prayers said in the church 3 times a day. That is during. Okay, so it is the prayers said 3 times. That is during the morning session, during the afternoon session, and during the sunset. That is during the evening. Okay, so why they will be telling this prayer is to commemorate the incarnation of Jesus. That is to commemorate the birth of Jesus, including the Mary, Hail Mary. Okay, so for that they will be saying this saying this prayer 3 times a day in the Roman Catholic Church, that is ageless. So now as the time is 12 o'clock, the prayer is said in the church. They could hear that at the same moment, at the same time, the trumpets of the Prussians returning from the drill sounded under our windows. So at the same time what happened? The trumpet. So already we have seen they are drilling, they are exercising, they are practicing. So at the same time they could hear the trumpet sound of the Prussians. They are returning from their drill sounded under our windows. And the trumpet sound when the windows they could able to hear it. M. Hamel stood up very pale in his chair. Okay, I never saw him look so tall. Okay, so M. Hamel is getting up, he is standing up, he is looking very, very, very dull. I never saw him look so tall. So அவரை பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஹைட்டாக தெரியுதாமா. அப்போ எப்போவுமே அவர் இந்த மாதிரி தெரிஞ்சதில்லை. Who is telling little Franz. So he is looking very, very, very dull and upset. My friends, said he. Who is telling? M. Hamel is telling, my friends, said he. So he is coming to tell something, but something choked him. He cannot speak anything. He could not go on. So he could not continue to speak. He cannot speak anything after that. Then he returned to the blackboard, took a piece of chalk, and bearing on with all his might, he wrote as large as he could, Vive la France. Okay, then he is turning, he cannot speak any words, right? So then he is turning to the blackboard, he is taking a piece of chalk and bearing on with all his might. So might means courage. So gathering all his courage and strength. So what he is writing on the blackboard? He is writing Vive la France. Okay, so what is meant by Vive la France is, see, listen, it is an expression used in French to show patriotism. Patriotism means love for one's country, right? So it is an expression used in French to show patriotism. It's difficult to translate the term literally into English, but it generally means long live France. So it cannot be exactly literally means that is exactly cannot be translated into English, but generally adoda meaning enna appadina long live France. Okay, so it is an expression. இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம ஜெய் ஹிந்த் அப்படி சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா, like that it is an expression showing the patriotism in French. Okay, it means generally it means long live France. So as he could not speak any words, he is taking a piece of chalk and gathering all his courage, he is writing on the blackboard Vive la France. It means long live France. Then he stopped and leaned his head against the wall, and without a word he made a gesture to us with his hand. School is dismissed, you may go. Okay, so then he had stopped. Then after writing this he stopped and leaned his head against the wall. So தலை எப்படி வால்க்கு அகைன்ஸ்டாக இப்படி குனிஞ்சிட்டு என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, சாச்சிட்டு என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, without a word. So he cannot speak any words. He made a gesture. So he is just making an action to all the students with his hand. So what is that gesture? What is that action is? School is dismissed, you may go. So what he is telling? School is over, school is closed, school is dismissed, you may go. So all of you may go home. Okay, so this is the last lesson, that is the last French lesson. So as the French had been undertaken by the Germans in the Franco-Prussian War, so they had ordered not even to teach French in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. They had ordered to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. See here, all the village people are sitting, all the students are sitting. Mr. Hamel is in his traditional or his in his dress which he used to wear only during the prize distribution days. So he had worked in that school for the 40 years as a French teacher, but as per the order he had to leave the country next day. So அந்த country விட்டு அவர் வெளியில் போயிடணும், because tomorrow new German master is going to come. Okay, so as he could not speak anything, any words, he is just taking a piece of chalk and he is writing Vive la France, meaning long live France, and he is making a gesture to all his students that school is dismissed, you may go. So this is the last French lesson. Okay, hope every one of you can understand. Meet you in the next class. Thank you.